The silence after Rachel's words was unbearable. Everyone stared at me, waiting to see if I would crumble or stand. My chest rose and fell, my hands trembling, but inside, something shifted. For the first time in months, I wasn't drowning in doubt. I wasn't choking on her poison. I saw her for what she was: selfish, manipulative, desperate for control. I wiped my tears, slowly lifting my chin. "You ruined my marriage," I said softly, my voice shaking but clear. "But not because Daniel failed me. You did it because I let you. I let you crawl into my head and twist my heart. And that ends tonight." Rachel's smile faltered. She wasn't used to me talking back. She wasn't used to me seeing through her mask. Daniel stepped forward, his voice breaking with anger and pain. "I begged you to trust me," he said, his eyes locked on mine. "And instead, you trusted her. Do you know how much that destroyed me?" Tears spilled down my cheeks, but I didn't look away. "I know," I whispered. "And I'll spend the rest of my life proving I still believe in us, if you'll let me." Rachel scoffed, her voice rising, frantic now. "Don't fall for this. She's weak, Daniel. She doesn't deserve you. I've been here for you. I've listened, I've cared, I—" "Stop," Daniel cut her off, his tone sharp as a blade. "You don't care about anyone but yourself. You used her pain to feed your ego. You wanted to tear us apart just so you could feel powerful. But you've failed, Rachel. You've failed." Her face twisted, her mask finally gone. She looked around the table, but no one defended her. Daniel's mother shook her head in disgust. His father wouldn't even look at her. And me? I felt something I hadn't in months: strength. Real strength. I stood, my voice steady this time. "Rachel, you're not welcome in my life anymore. Not in my home, not in my marriage, not in my heart. You will never get another chance to whisper in my ear. You are done." Her eyes widened. She tried to laugh, to brush it off. But the room stayed cold, silent, united against her. For once, she wasn't the one in control. She grabbed her purse, muttering under her breath, and stormed out. The sound of the door slamming echoed through the house like thunder. When she was gone, I finally turned to Daniel. The distance between us felt heavy, but for the first time, there was also a path forward. I reached for his hand. He hesitated, just for a moment, then took it. His grip was firm, trembling with emotion. In that moment, I knew this wasn't the end. It was the beginning of healing, the start of reclaiming everything Rachel had tried to destroy. But I also knew one thing for certain: she wasn't gone for good. And if she tried to come back, she would face a side of me she had never seen before. Years passed, and Noah grew into a bright, curious little boy with his father's eyes but my stubborn spirit. Every time I looked at him, I felt both love and pain. Love for the child I cherished, and pain for the man who chose to walk away. Money was always tight. I worked double shifts at a diner, cleaned houses on weekends, and sometimes skipped paying my own bills just to make sure Noah had everything he needed for school. I was exhausted, but I never let him see my tears. I wanted him to believe his mother was strong, even when I felt like crumbling inside. And then came the hardest part: questions. "Mommy, where's Daddy? Why don't I have a dad like the other kids?" I used to freeze when he asked. I didn't want him to think his father abandoned him. So I told him, "Your dad loves you, he's just not here right now." It was a lie, but I thought it would protect him. But life has a cruel way of exposing lies. One day, when Noah was 8, we went to the grocery store. As we were checking out, I heard a voice behind me. My heart stopped. It was Michael. He looked older, but his eyes, those same eyes I used to love, widened when he saw Noah. For a moment, it felt like the world froze. Michael's face turned pale. He knew. He didn't need me to say a word. He saw the truth in Noah's face, the truth he had tried so hard to run away from. But instead of speaking to us, he turned and left. Just walked out like we were strangers. That night, I broke down. All the years of holding it together, all the lies I told my son, came crashing down. I realized that no matter how hard I tried to shield Noah, he would one day see the truth for himself. And soon enough, that truth would explode in a way none of us could have expected. Weeks after that grocery store encounter, fate twisted the knife deeper. I got a call one evening from the hospital. There had been a car accident. At first, I thought something happened to someone from my job. But when they said the name Michael, my knees almost gave out. I didn't want to go. A part of me screamed, "Let him suffer. He left you. He left your child." But another part of me knew I had to. Not for him, but for Noah. When I walked into that hospital room, Michael looked fragile, nothing like the strong man I once knew. His eyes filled with guilt the moment he saw me. And then, he saw Noah standing in the doorway, clutching my hand. "Rachel, is he mine?" Michael's voice trembled. I didn't answer right away. For years, I carried the weight of his abandonment. For years, I lied to protect Noah. But that night, the truth spilled out. "Yes, Michael. He's your son. He has always been your son." Tears slid down his face. He reached out, but Noah hesitated, hiding behind me. And for the first time, Michael realized what his choices had cost. He didn't just abandon me. He abandoned a child who had grown up without knowing his father's love. The following weeks were tense. Michael wanted to be around, but Noah didn't trust him. He'd say, "Mom, why is he here now? Where was he when I needed him?" His words cut deeper than any knife. And then came the day that changed everything. It was Noah's school play. He had worked so hard for it, and I sat in the front row, cheering him on. Just before the play began, Michael walked in quietly and sat in the back. I saw Noah glance toward him, his little face tightening. But when the play ended and applause filled the room, something unexpected happened. Noah scanned the crowd, saw me, and then saw Michael. For a brief second, he walked toward me. Then, he stopped, turned, and walked toward his father. The entire auditorium went silent as Noah stood in front of him. "Why did you leave us?" he asked, his small voice trembling but loud enough for everyone to hear. Michael broke down in tears, right there in front of everyone. "I was weak, Noah. I was scared. I thought running away would make it easier. But it only destroyed me." That was the moment. The moment fate forced him to face the truth, not behind closed doors, not in whispers, but in front of the world. The silence in that room was heavy. Everyone's eyes were on Michael and Noah, but in that moment, nothing else existed. My son stood there, waiting for an answer he had deserved his whole life. And for the first time, Michael didn't run. He didn't hide. He simply fell to his knees and whispered, "I'm sorry, son. I will spend the rest of my life trying to make this right." Noah didn't hug him right away. He turned back to me, as if asking for permission. I gave him a small nod, tears rolling down my cheeks. Slowly, Noah stepped forward and let Michael hold him. It wasn't a perfect reunion. It wasn't forgiveness. But it was a beginning. After that day, things didn't magically heal overnight. Michael had to prove himself. He started showing up, helping with homework, attending school events, being there for the little things he had missed for so long. Noah was cautious, but little by little, he opened his heart. And me? I watched from the sidelines, still guarded. I couldn't forget the nights I cried alone, the years of struggle. But I also couldn't deny the change in him. Maybe it was the accident. Maybe it was guilt finally catching up. Or maybe fate had just decided it was time. What I learned through it all was this: abandonment leaves scars, but truth can force healing. Sometimes life doesn't punish people with our anger, it punishes them with reality. And the reality was, Michael had to face what he lost, and work every single day to rebuild it. So if you've ever been left behind, betrayed, or broken, remember this. Fate has a way of catching up. And when it does, the truth cannot be ignored. Thank you for listening to my story. If it touched your heart, don't forget to like, share your thoughts in the comments,